Today we're at our favorite Ford dealership, Fred Beans Ford in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. We're checking out everybody's favorite new Ford Mustang, the 2021 Ford Mustang Mach E. Ever since Ford announced the Mustang Mach E, Mustang enthusiasts have been very divided. Now, some people are supporting this, and a lot of people are saying this is not a Mustang. In their world, this is a Mustang. Rear-wheel drive, V8 pony car. Now, this is what a Mustang should be, but there's a lot of styling cues from our favorite pony car that make the Mach E a very cool vehicle. Now, first off, this is not meant to replace this. This is gonna be an option, and Mustang is stronger than ever. You got the Mach 1 coming, the GT 500. The GTs are amazing cars. This is meant for that Mustang owner who may need all-wheel drive, who might want an SUV with more room for the kids or whatever, and still have that Mustang style. You've got the classic Mustang horse in the grille, Mustang logo on the back, the classic tri-bar taillights, Mustang logo on the steering wheel, the Mustang logo on your wheels, and even the Mustang logo on the key. Now again, I love our rear-wheel drive V8 Mustangs and love having this in the garage. Wouldn't mind having one of these though as a daily driver. Yeah, definitely not what we're used to seeing under the hood of a Mustang, but this is actually pretty cool in here. You got more storage. Actually, it looks like there's even a drain down here. If you want to put ice in here, there's cup holders. Perfect for tailgating. So we talked about the features, we talked about the styling. Now the important part, let's actually take this thing for a drive. Now to get in is a little different than your normal Mustang. Instead of your door handle, you got a little push button and you open the door. And as you open the door, your mirrors come out as well. You get in the Mach E, lots of familiarity here. I mean, you got the Mustang and the steering wheel, the leather, then obviously everything here is just crazy high tech compared to what we're used to. You got a little LCD screen here and then a massive one in the middle, but it's nice. They put the familiar push button start right on the dash, so everything kind of feels comfortable. You know, you get in, shift selector, same kind of style as the GT 500. We're gonna put it in drive. There's different drive modes. There's engage, whisper, and unbridled. Engage is kind of like your more sporty driving. Whisper is just calm, easy to drive. And then unbridled is basically full power, maximum speed. We'll mess with them a little bit later, but we're gonna start in the engage mode and go for a ride. So my daily driver is actually a Ford Edge. So I am kind of familiar with the Ford SUVs. And you know, this is way different. There's a couple things, you know, that look familiar, but overall, this is a completely different vehicle. I mean, it really has nothing in common with the other SUVs. There's so much technology in this thing. The LCDs everywhere. Got the wireless charging pad in there, which is nice. And drive-wise, does it sound like a Mustang? Obviously, no, not at all. I mean, there is a propulsion sound that you can turn on, but overall, it does what any electric does and doesn't make really any noise at all. But it is responsive. I mean, the throttle's very responsive. Steering, sorry to throw my videographers around here, but I mean, the steering is nice and tight on it. Brakes are incredible, very, very touchy. Sorry about that, guys. And it does have regenerative braking, so when you're off the throttle, you know, it does do that to actually help charge the batteries a little bit as well. And if you've never driven an electric car, find a friend that has one, see if you can take one for a test drive. They are just way different to drive than what you probably expect. They are incredibly smooth. There's no shifting, no changing, no, it's just torque for days. I mean, the bottom end torque on these things is pretty ridiculous how responsive it is. All right, so we pulled over. We're gonna change drive modes now. Whisper, I don't think anybody's any interest in that mode, so let's just go right to unbridled. Now again, this is the most power, most performance that is available in this version of the Mach E. So you can hear like a little engagement of the motor when you hit it. Yeah. So that was 0 to 60 in unbridled mode, and I mean, it is quick. The torque down low really, really pulls. Like I said, the GT will be even faster, but the performance of this thing is impressive. The regenerative braking kicks in, and I mean, it slows down. Like, I didn't even touch the brakes to come into a stop. And depending on how you drive your Mach E, your brakes should last as long as the car does, probably. Okay, it gets up and goes. The crazy thing about electrics, too, is that you get on the throttle, and it just pulls. Like, there's no shifting, there's no hesitation. It literally is gonna pull as long as your foot is on the floor until you hit whatever the speed limiter is on these. So this comes in with a sticker for right around 50. And then this has the extended life battery, which I wouldn't imagine you want to ever order without that. That extended life battery adds about another 5,000. So this one's gonna sticker right about 55. But, compared to the marketplace, you're talking Edge ST, Explorer ST, you're kind of right in that same sort of price point. And, it's electric, so it's a different kind of vehicle, but, performance is going to be on par with those vehicles. I mean, obviously there's tuning options for the Edge and the Explorer, and we've all seen how fast they can go with some modifications to them, but, especially the Mach E GT should run right with even a tuned or modified Explorer ST. So I've been raving about the interior. I mean, the steering wheel feels great. You get the leather seats, the Bang & Olufsen, the stereo speakers go across the dash. One of the coolest things that's gonna be hard to see is the roof. The entire roof of this thing is made of glass, and it is pretty freaking cool. It's like the glass roof option on the Mustang times like 2.5. On the other Mustang, I should say. So I can't lie, I really enjoyed my time behind the wheel of the Mustang Mach-E. And back to the original thing, is it a Mustang? Well, you know what? Ford calls it a Mustang. So whether we like it or not, that name's gonna be attached to this car at least for a while. Now, is it a replacement for our beloved Mustang? Absolutely not. Electric is the future, but V8 cars are still there. This car is a great option for somebody who wants that Mustang feel, that Mustang style, but maybe needs more space, maybe needs all-wheel drive. And this is a great way to take Mustang to the next generation.